Greetings and welcome to DCAC Brick and Brick. Brick's Cascades 2024 4K walkthrough from March 2024. Please like and subscribe to the channel. This year's Brick's Cascades is May 17 and 18 at the Oregon Adventure Center. Enjoy the video.
a drive-by video.
Drive-by video.
So you can get nice and up close. You'll see each seat. It's a lab, and we have fun, and we have the 18 down here.
for creations that are on display. These are original creations, by the way, and there's over 1,300 of them. So take your time, pace yourself, take breaks, drink water. We are here till 4 o'clock today. I want to let you know there's something very exciting happening. We have a meet and greet and contestants from the TV show McMaster. They're here to meet you at 10:30 today, guys. So get in line and get ready to meet some great masters.
try not to get you in full yawn.
It's right there. Follow to the right.
teachers. So this is an example for the computer-based one, but they had similar booklets just for the regular ones too. So they'd be instructions, but not complete instructions for everything, as well as exercises. I've got most of the materials that go with this computerized DACTA system in this box.
Where did you find all this?
A bunch of different places. It didn't come to me all at once.
No, I've never seen it.
The first thing I found was the DACTA Technic Hub, which is that device right there. And I actually found that here at Brick's Cascade about 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It came with a bunch of other pieces, most of which didn't really, it was mixed generations, didn't work with the afol II per se. I tracked this down on eBay, which had the discs, which I left at home because they're fairly fragile, and the manuals. The hardest thing for me to find, by far, was the card which goes in the computer. And the reason for that is that most of the cards were surplus with the computers when the schools were done with this generation of educational computer. So after piecing that all together, I actually built this plotter. This is not a set. This is my own creation, but heavily inspired, I will admit, by a 1990s Lego plotter set.
Yeah, it's great. No, I couldn't believe when I walked over here and saw that. I thought we were crazy. We've got some NXTs and stuff. We have to keep all the computers to run. And this is beyond. This is
So I will say that
many generations beyond that.
the Apple IIs were built more like test equipment or industrial equipment than consumer products. And they're old enough, they didn't use the capacitors that go out so much. These are, at least for me, a lot easier to keep running than later generations of machines.
They're bulletproof.
Exactly. So, and then there's no issue because the entire software is, pardon me, the entire software is one disk.
One
it's
disk.
not like you have to grab a hard drive and everything else.
Yeah, that's so great. I love it.
Thank you.
I'm one of those people I tell you, I've never touched a PC. And I probably have 20 computers at home. I've got every era of Mac.
Yeah.
And I've kept them all. You know, they're nice displays if nothing else.
Yeah.
But I don't have my 2C anymore. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have gotten rid of those. So I was just going to show you guys the Lego house in Denmark has become sort of a symbol for the Lego brand, and also is usually the first thing that kids build with Lego is a little house.
Right.
So I wanted to show off that this thing didn't just do horizontal and vertical lines, but could do angled lines as well.
Oh, nice.
So I decided a little house would be the perfect way to show that up, because of course you need the slope proof for stereotypical little house drawing.
You made my whole day with
well,
this.
thank you. Here it goes. Now it's supposed to be a little bit over.
Yeah, I was doing a program at a Montessori school before COVID, and we exhibited here for a couple of years. I'm happy to see that I saw that at the conference. Okay, that's cheating. All right, have a good rest of the day.
Yeah. It's only swallowed about 3 balls. But
Okay.
There's one right here, but I don't know if that's his or...
Is that anybody? Should I give it? I don't know. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I can make more. I'll figure it out.
There you go. Thank you. Hi, by the flush your blue one.
Yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did something similar for the kids, but not just part of a GBC thing where we had a play over here. Little ones to run around with the controllers.
Yeah.
And the kids just love it.
Yeah.
But being part of this, what a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea, I'll tell you again.
Thank you. So, who's watching these ones?
Soccer and the blue ball.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm out of the picture to watch but I can. There we go. I can get regular ones in. Put it in that yellow thing there. Oh, yay! Arturus, can you grab the soccer ball? There you go. You can watch it all on your own.
By the way, French.
This Yep, see you. Mom, is there anything special when you're the backlog right now? It'll get up there. That's the light right there. Okay.
That's it, 31,000.
I didn't get a big one, but that was a pretty good one.